Most men view their home as a place to escape. For 99% of society, the home is a sedation chamber. It is a place designed for consumption. They walk through the door, collapse onto the couch, turn on the TV, and scroll through social media until their eyes burn. They use their home to turn their brains off. But for the Sigma, the home serves a completely different purpose. For the Sigma, the home is not a dormitory, it is a laboratory. It is a strategic fortress. It is the only place on earth where the noise of the world is silenced so that the voice of ambition can be heard. Have you ever wondered why, despite your hard work, you feel like you are running in place? Why your focus is shattered? Why your energy drains the moment you walk into your room? The problem might not be your willpower. The problem is your environment. Your surroundings dictate your destiny. In this video, we are not talking about interior design. We are talking about environmental engineering. We are going inside the Sigma's lair. We are going to break down how physical layout, the removal of sensory noise, and the architecture of solitude can transform an average man into an unstoppable force. If you want to stop living like a consumer and start living like a creator, stay until the end. We are about to turn your home into a factory for personal power. Section 1. The philosophy of the sanctuary. The first rule of the Sigma mindset is energy conservation. The outside world is a marketplace of distractions. It is filled with advertisements, opinions, drama, and emotional vampires. It is designed to drain you. When a Sigma crosses the threshold of his home, he is entering a decompression chamber. The home is an extension of the mind. Look around you right now. If your room is cluttered, if clothes are piled on chairs, if dirty dishes are stacked in the sink, your mind is exactly the same, chaotic, anxious, and inefficient. The Sigma understands a fundamental truth that the herd ignores. Growth does not happen in a crowd. Growth happens in solitude, and the home is the temple of that solitude. The average man fills his home with noise because he is terrified of silence. He needs the TV on as background noise. He needs constant guests. He needs to be on the phone. Why? Because silence forces him to face himself, and that terrifies him. The Sigma, however, empties the home. He strips it down. He designs the environment to allow the social mask to fall off. Out there, you have to play a role. The employee, the student, the nice guy. But inside the sanctuary, you face the raw reality of who you are. And that is where unrivaled growth begins. Section 2. Strategic minimalism, eliminating friction. Let's get practical. When you enter the territory of a high-value Sigma, the first thing you notice is what is absent. There is no clutter. The Sigma mindset operates on efficiency. You need to understand that every single physical object in your room occupies a percentage of your mental RAM. Even if you aren't looking at it, your brain registers it. That stack of old magazines? That broken gadget you swore you'd fix? Those are open tabs in your brain, draining your battery. The Sigma home is built on strategic minimalism. This isn't about being poor or having no style. It is about removing anything that does not serve the mission. The question the Sigma asks is simple. Does this object help me grow, or is it just taking up space? When you clear your environment, two physiological changes occur. First, your cortisol levels drop. Visual clutter induces low-level anxiety. Second, you eliminate decision fatigue. The Sigma does not want to waste willpower looking for his keys or deciding what to wear. He systematizes his environment. Everything has a place. When the external world is ordered, the internal world follows suit. You cannot build a mental empire while living in a physical ruin. Section 3. The war room, the deep workstation. The heart of the Sigma's home is his war room. Usually, this is his desk. This is where dreams are converted into plans, and plans are executed into reality. In the modern world, the attention span of the average male has dropped below that of a goldfish. The ability to engage in deep work is a superpower. It is the rarest and most valuable skill in the 21st century. The Sigma knows this, so he designs his home to protect his focus at all costs. In this zone, distractions are not just ignored, they are physically removed. The phone? It is in another room. Notifications? Disabled? The lighting? Adjusted to trigger alertness. This is where the Sigma sharpens his skills, builds his business, or studies his craft. The difference is distinct. For the average man, sitting at a desk feels like torture because his environment is designed for entertainment. His gaming console is right there. The TV remote is within reach. But for the Sigma, sitting at the desk is a form of meditation. He has conditioned his environment. The moment he sits in that chair, his brain automatically shifts into a flow state. He knows that real growth is painful, learning is hard, building is hard. The Sigma home makes this hardness bearable by removing the easy options. When you are in the sanctuary and the option to waste time is removed, the only path left is forward. Section 4. Recovery and reflection. But growth isn't just about grinding. Muscles do not grow in the gym. They grow during rest. Your mind works the same way. The Sigma home is a facility for radical recovery. Most men never truly recover. They switch from work stress to dopamine stress, like scrolling TikTok or watching news. Their brain never stops processing data. In the Sigma's home, silence is king. Not a lonely silence, but a powerful one. The Sigma uses his space for reflection. He is deeply introspective. He needs to process the data of the day. You will often find a Sigma sitting in silence, just thinking, analyzing his mistakes, planning his next move. This is often done through journaling, writing things down on paper. This environment allows the Sigma to do shadow work, to look at his own weaknesses without the judgment of the outside world. This level of self-awareness is impossible to achieve in a chaotic, noisy house. In the sanctuary, you are not a consumer of content, you are the analyst of your own life. Section 5. Gatekeeping the fortress. This brings us to the final and perhaps most important point: access. The Sigma's home is not a hotel. It is not a public park. The Sigma is ruthless about who he invites into his sanctuary. Energy is contagious. If you invite people with low vibrations, people who gossip, people who are lazy, or people who have no ambition into your home, they leave a residue. They bring their chaos into your order. The Sigma protects his peace fiercely. This isn't because he is antisocial. It is because he respects his environment too much to pollute it. This gatekeeping is digital as well. The Sigma does not let the depressing news cycle or the toxic trends of social media flood his living room. The Wi-Fi in a Sigma's home is a tool for downloading knowledge, not a pipeline for sewage. By limiting access, you send a powerful signal to your own subconscious. This space is sacred. This space is for growth only. You might be thinking, I don't have the money for a luxury penthouse. You are missing the point. This is not about square footage. It is not about expensive furniture. A small 10 square meter room that is organized, silent, and disciplined is infinitely more powerful than a mansion filled with chaos and degeneracy. Your home is a reflection of your self-respect. If you want to experience unrivaled growth, the kind of growth that scares average people, you must build an environment that supports it. Start today. Pick one corner of your room, clear it out, clean it, dedicate it solely to your mission. Do not eat there. Do not sleep there. That 1 square meter is the beginning of your empire. You are the architect of your life. Your home is the blueprint. Design it wisely. If you are ready to embrace the power of solitude, hit the like button. If you are building yourself in the shadows, comment "Solitude is power" below, so I know who the real ones are. Subscribe for more insights into the Sigma mindset. Until next time.